Now we have some major updates for the Alliance Block community. We're going to be going through it all in this video. We're going to touch on exactly how Alliance Block was hacked, how they lost a lot of their tokens, over 113 million tokens, which is about half of the circulating supply. We're also going to be going through exactly what can you do right now if you were part of the Alliance Block community, if you were holding ALBT before the hack, how you're actually going to be able to recoup your investment, right, before the hack. And also answering all the questions regarding ledgers, if you're holding ALBT in a ledger, if you're holding ALBT, like if you bought ALBT during the dip. I'll be answering every single question in this video, so you guys are not left completely in the dark. Now, before we go any further, guys, remember, nothing is financial advice. Do your own research. Everything in this video is literally from public knowledge that I've researched on and my personal opinion. And also, if you're new to the Crypto Maxi channel, subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss any further updates, especially on this Alliance Block case. With that being said, we're going to get started by actually talking about how did this hack happen. Now, we went in depth on this hack, by the way, on our video yesterday. We made a video initially right as it was hacked, afterwards on what happened, going through an emergency update. Then we went through on why you shouldn't buy ALBT now, how they're relaunching the token, and we're going to go through a quick recap now in this video. So this was a tweet posted by Think and Dev. He mentioned this is the post-mortem analysis made by the CTO, Pedro Emprete, for the Bonk DAO exploit, where the attacker withdrew 98 million BR tokens and 113.8 million Alliance Block. Now, the attacker managed to get away with $1 million in Ethereum, 500,000 in DAI, which obviously is another stablecoin, and so far seems to be stuck. We are opening a thread explaining how he did it. So Bonk DAO is a lending protocol where you can use your tokens as collateral and mint BR tokens. Now, in fact, I'm not even sure what the BR tokens is. So it's the Bonk Euro, right? So it's their native currency within the, well, platform, right? You can see here, of course, it's taking a huge dump. It was even I think it might have even be a stable coin. I don't know. But with that being said, right, yeah, I think it was a euro stable coin, pegged to the euro, right? And of course they depegged and have now gone to absolutely, well, rubbish, if that makes sense. So the Bonk Euro. Now, attacker created a SC so he could perform an oracle price manipulation on the ALBT price and then borrow and liquidate it for an unreal price in a single transaction. Now, you might be wondering why ALBT, why out of all tokens, why was it Alliance Block? And well, it's because it was the most liquid token in Bonk DAO, which honestly, it does bring up a lot of questions, and we actually have a Polygon scan transaction details here, so you can see here this was over 1 day and 2 hours ago for when the transaction actually took place, and you can see here the amount in Bonk Euro, and yeah, and of course we got wrapped Alliance Block tokens. So in this case, that is a lot. So 100, that's about 100 million. Yes, 100 million worth of euros, which is about basically 100 million. Wait, I think I might have got it wrong, but yeah, it's a pretty insane amount, right? It was the total amount that was hacked was 100 million ALBT tokens. Now, the first step in the transaction was adding this wallet address as a staker and add a new report for the ALBT token with price over here. You can see here we've got this transaction screenshot here as well. Now, the second step was to deposit the 0.1 ALBT. At this point, the Bonk DAO protocol thinks the ALBT is worth $5 million, allowing the attacker to borrow 100 million more BR, which again is the Bonk Euro. But how is this possible? Is our Trello Oracle broken? The answer is no. It's just bad implementation of the Bonk DAO protocol. So yes, this, well, fault really goes down to the Bonk DAO. Now, following the code we will send, the trove used is right here, where it calculates the collateral value using a lot of code. Don't want to go through that, it's a bit boring. If you follow the factory token, blah blah blah, the oracle is Teleflex, and you got all the wallet address and the details there. And if you go down here, failing to wait for the time allowed the attacker to create a new report, and as the data didn't have a buffer for dispute, it was considered valid, breaking the bank DAO's protocol. On the other hand, Alliance Block and Ayatollah protocols are completely safe. So yes, the Alliance Block and Ayatollah is completely safe, but the Bonk DAO was exploited. But the attacker didn't have enough with taking all the Bonk Euro, so he created a second transactions, which you can see in this Polygon scan link right here. And you can see here at the time reporting the oracle, the ALBT price was over here. Really, well, that was the price apparently at the time. As the value now dropped, all borrows are under collateralized and can be liquidated, and that's when the attacker did, paying pennies for those ALBT tokens, getting away with over 100 million Alliance Block tokens. And yeah, we got this tweet here: in Web3 attacks are frequent, that's how we offer highly qualified developers to keep you from making avoidable mistakes. Shout out to the Think and Dev for that thread. Now, with that being said, that is basically how the hack happened. But to simply put, the hacker used Bonk DAO, borrowed a crap ton of Bonk Euro against ALBT. Someone manipulated the price. It's a bit complicated to understand, but the point is simply the fault really goes down with Bonk DAO, not ALBT or any other entity. Now, the new Alliance Block token will be listed as the same price as a snapshot. This was posted in the Alliance Block Telegram, and this is important now for anyone that has been holding ALBT. So you'll get automatic, and listing price will be same as snapshot. The snapshot is actually going to take place for before the announcement and the hack happens. So from here, right, so about 10 cents if you bought anywhere before here and you have held and you have not sold, then you will be getting the exact amount back in the newly minted Alliance Block token. Now you can see here again, I bought at 10 cents. When I receive the airdrop, you get automatic, and listing price will be the same as snapshot. With that being said, we also have this tweet: all these ALBT fodders forming at the mouth, nothing's changed. This F up was on Bonk. Everyone is getting airdrop the new token and will all blow over in a few months, giving the Alliance Block team time to damage control, and we'll be back on track in no time. What about those who bought after the dip? Now this is important because I know a lot of you that have been watching my videos have also bought after the dip, thinking the price will go back up and it's just a small dip. But really, this is the answer he's given here. I believe the team said they're working on a plan for those individual cases. Ultimately though, that will most likely fall onto the exchange you used. If they allowed trading on a compromised asset, if you used a DEX, then of course he's not sure. So yes, it is an uncertain time for anyone that's bought the dip, as really what ALBT has said is they have taken a snapshot, and for anyone that was holding ALBT at that time will be receiving a refund. If you have sold, right, your tokens after that, they haven't gone into detail in that, but what I am assuming is if you pretty much have sold or have done any sort of transactions, as they have repeatedly mentioned, do not buy or sell or trade any tokens. But one thing I do find extremely weird, they should have done this right away as they got compromised, right, within the same hour, you know, as people were still trading ALBT, and because of the massive price drop, the volume actually increased. There was an 87% increase in the volume in the last 24 hours because of the price drop, and a simple announcement, you know, could have really prevented a lot of people buying this dip and losing out on some hard-earned money. It's definitely unfortunate, but that is what we're stuck with at the moment. If you bought ALBT before here, you're good. However, if you bought it before and then sold it around here, you might not be getting a refund. And if you bought the dip, 99% chance you won't be getting a refund. And all of this will also be dependent on the exchange you bought. Now, when it comes to if you actually have a ledger, what I have heard, in fact, I've read this in one of my YouTube comments, nothing you ever bought sits on your ledger, it's on the blockchain. Whether you hold it on an exchange or a ledger, it all sits on the blockchain. The devs will simply take a photo of all ALBT wallets on the blockchain just before the hack happen, create a new coin, airdrop it to your wallet, irrelevant of where your wallet is, exchange or cold storage. And that is pretty well explained from the Italia group. Now, of course, there might be some changes. It might not be as straightforward as that. But the ideal scenario will be they create that new token using every single wallet that was holding ALBT, and they airdrop the token. We simply add the token and we simply just have a new ALBT token with our funds. That's the ideal scenario. The worst case scenario is that, I don't know, we're getting scammed, you know, we're just getting played, but I highly doubt that will be the case. But with that being said, anyways, it's been your boy Cryptomaxi, guys. I will see you guys next time. Subscribe to stay updated on all these updates. We're trying to stay up to date and on top of everything. And yeah, peace.